What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm out on my brand new Sea Kayak that I'm testing out today. I'm hopefully going to test out and make sure it works out absolutely perfectly, because I'm hopefully going to be going to Loch Lomond this Friday, which I cannot wait for, so fingers crossed. Hey, let's get out. Fortunately managed to hold properly. So I've been out for a good like 5-10 minutes now. It's really good. I'm really chuffed with it. I've certainly covered a lot of distance in a very short amount of time, which is what I want, as we're hopefully planning on paddling the entire distance of Loch Lomond, which is 22 miles, and hopefully explore a couple of the islands whilst we're there. So that's a video you definitely have to check out after this. It's surprising actually, even though it's quite overcast, but it's still quite humid. I mean, before it was really strong winds. I mean, hopefully you'll be able to hear me still, but currently at the moment it's not too bad. I'm quite happy with it. I mean, I suppose it could be worse. A lot better than yesterday, which was absolutely chucking down with rain. I don't know about you, but if I'm out like now and it was to start chucking it down, it wouldn't be too bad, because at least it's more of the adventure. But actually getting in and, you know, paddling and everything else whilst it's chucking it down, no, I'm good, bruh. Yeah, I'd rather not. What's the point? I'd rather just, you know, chill in and plan my next adventure for another day. Yep, you may call me soft, but you know, that's just my personal preference. I'd rather try and enjoy the day rather than enduring through it if I can. I mean, that's for another adventure. Oh well. Hey, thanks for stopping by. So I thought a couple of quick things I could add to this video. So if you're thinking of kind of getting into water sport adventures and that sort of stuff, I highly recommend it. First of all, I'd advise trying to do your research first and try and get any sort of info you can. Also try and find out what sort of adventure you kind of want. So if you want something for, like, say, long distance, long touring, there's a couple of options you could have. So you could either go with what I've got today, which is a Sea Kayak. So the idea is you can go up to long distances fairly fast. Basically you can endure a lot, like, longer distances, whereas if you had a smaller kayak where you had like maybe a sit on top or something like that, it's a lot more enduring and you go a lot slower. Plus also as well, in this one you've got compartments as well to store all your equipment, which I might do in a later video. Also with that, you can also have a canoe, which is what I also have, which I also enjoy. Yes, you do go a lot slower, but if you're just like, yeah, it's a fairly long journey, but I want to kind of take my time and just enjoy it, that's also another option as well. However, there are a couple of downsides to a canoe. After a while, your knees start to go, so if you're of an older age and got bad knee problems, I'd advise probably not to go with that. And also as well, I think with a canoe you have a bit more confidence since you are at like a raised height. And it's a lot flatter, you are able to keep fairly safe. With the Sea Kayak, there's a bit of a downside with that. Obviously, with it being a lot thinner, what we call streamlined, so if you imagine as I'm paddling through the water, if I'm on a flat surface like this, okay, I'm going through the water, it's just going to cause a load of drag. Whereas if with the Sea Kayak, I'm able to go a lot faster, because obviously it's just thinner, a very small amount of friction from the water to my kayak, if that makes sense. And with the but with that though, there's a bit of a downside. It does make it rather wobbly. Not too bad though, I'm fairly confident. Plus I've also got a buoyancy aid, which I'd advise wearing a buoyancy aid no matter what, even if it is knee deep, you never know. But as long as you keep your head within the cockpit, you shouldn't really fall out. So if you want to have a bit more info, if you're not so sure, please put a comment below and I can try and give you as much info as I can. Right, let's go. So, I don't know whether you saw there, well, I'll show it in the next clip now, but just as I did a quick little cool shot of me just out to take my tea break, I thought I'll quickly hold and stop, just to make it look easier for me on the editing. And as I did that, as I turned around, the cup fell out of my hand and went straight in the river, which you'll see. So Harry Hill, where's my 250 quid? So it's actually quite warm today. I'm actually sweating, but thought I'd take a quick little stop, maybe a quick little tea break, and then keep on going. But currently, right now, I'm really enjoying the trip. So here we go. It might taste a bit river watery, but you know, oh well. It's flavour. It's good for you. Oh, cheers. It's alright. So as I've taken a little bit of a stop, I thought I'd give you a bit of a rundown, a bit more info about the Sea Kayaks if you're interested in getting one. So I got this for about just shy of £400. Anything else, that's probably the lowest of the price range. Anything under that, you'd probably be like an inflatable or very second hand and not well looked after. So maybe just keep an eye. Another couple of downsides is after a while, like with a sitting position, in comparison to a canoe, which I've also got, I'm able to stand in case I have to shift around if I'm going over debris, like in this clip. Oh, that pinched my toe.
Stop being such a wuss.
Yeah, thanks Dad. I know, a bit of a Jessie at times, but what can you do? But with this though, I'm able to keep in a dead straight line. I'm able to position my feet in such a way, but it's not so bad. Obviously with the downside with the canoe, the main idea is you're supposed to kneel in a canoe, just to help with your body control and everything else. So if you're of an older age or have knee problems, it'd probably not be the best thing to do, whereas with a Sea Kayak, it's quite comfortable because you're able to sit yourself in a position, arch your knees in a particular way, and then you're able to stay there for a couple of hours or so. Yep, you can shift them and wiggle them, but it does make it a little bit more wobbly. So the idea is, with your legs on either side, cheeky, with your legs on either side, it's helped to keep the kayak stable. Take a quick sip. Also as well, with the Sea Kayak as well, I don't know if you can see here, it's got a couple of compartments, so I'm able to put some equipment and stuff in, whether that be clothes, food, camping equipment, whatever. I'm able to store in there, and it's also got this little black seal over it on top, so depending on the weather or if I capsize or whatever, it's able to keep nice and safe. But I will have like dry bags inside just to be extra sure. Actually, that's a quick little note for me, Jake. You need to replace these as they're quite worn, so make sure you do that, yeah? That's a quick little note for me, Jake. You need to replace these as they're quite worn, so make sure you do that, yeah? Awesome. So from that, I'm able to store quite a good amount of stuff. However, it's very important to make sure I align it properly. So if I make one side very heavy or vice versa, it can make it quite compromising for me, and I'm able to tip in, which I do not want. I've also got a little bit of space behind me on the seat here, so I'm able to put stuff like, you know, flask, maybe a little dry bag spare, my coat, some food, snacks. Yeah, I do like my snacks, just to kind of keep me on the move as well. So, and later on in the future videos, I'm going to be talking about stuff like my canoe, pros and cons and stuff. But today I'm really enjoying my Sea Kayak, and let's keep going. with that, that's the end of today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoy it, give us a like and thumbs up. Also as well, if you're enjoying what I'm doing, please subscribe to my channel, so if you have any sort of info of any of the future videos I'm going to be placing, I'll let you know and notify you. Even click the notification button, which is like a little bell, and just click on that if you're enjoying the clips.